All right, so let's bring the blue color into the dinosaur. Same thing that we've been doing before. I'm just going to go over here, click, make a selection once again with the dinosaur, and the next adjustment layer that I'm going to play with is going to be my color balance here. Now the way the color balance works is you've got your complement. This is RGB, which are the colors of light, the primary colors of light, not yellow, green, yellow, blue, and red, which are our primary mixing colors. These are the colors of light. It's a little bit weird. If you mix these colors, you'll get their secondary colors, which are the complementary colors in light of red is cyan. So it doesn't really matter, but you can say, well, I don't want this to be as warm, so I'm going to just bring this in a little bit more towards the blue. And you can affect the midtones, the highlights, and the shadows. So we'll do each of these. We want maybe our magenta to go there, and then we really want to bring these kind of blue up here. All right. Same thing with our shadows. Just kind of get a little bit more towards the blue area there. Maybe a little bit towards the green. Maybe a little bit. Cyan makes it look, so I think that's kind of fine. And then we'll also do it with highlights here. Same thing. Maybe a little bit more cyan there. All right. So now, if we turn this on and off, you can see how that change in color really makes it feel like he's further and further back there. And that's because we've got those cooler colors. They tend to recede from us. Let's go through and name these. So I'm just going to call this T-Rex cool. And we'll name this T-Rex. And this is low contrast, which is basically what I did with those levels there. Now, another thing, if I wanted to go and move the T-Rex with my move tool here, you can see that I'm not moving him, but I'm in fact moving this weird blue halo, which happens to be the cool colors. Command Z to undo that. So what I need to do is make sure that all of these work together. Now I could do a couple things. I could hold down the Shift key, select all of these, and then going down here to all these different things we've learned, that this deletes, this adds, this groups, which we'll learn in just a second. Actually, it's a coming attraction. We've learned about these adjustment layers, but this is the next thing, which is linking. These things that looks like a little binoculars are actually links, and they're all linked together. Now, what I do to one of them, all the other ones will follow along because they're all linked together. Now we can have like a flying T-Rex, or that's why we lock these guys right there. But that's, this really gives us a nice section where they all go together. Now, another thing I can do is I can hold down Shift, select all these, and then click on this folder. This is to just keep things a little bit tidy. This is called grouping. I'm going to double click on that and then just call that T-Rex. Now, they haven't all disappeared. If I want to adjust any of these, I can click on that little triangle, and there they are right there. All right. So the last thing we need to do is we can still see that the definition of our T-Rex here is much better than the trees. So we're going to add a blur filter in the next section.